Magical Eden. I'm Cass the Witch. Thank you so much for tuning in to this YouTube channel. If you guys are returning, what's up, family? You guys already know the deal. It is always good to be in good love and good lights and high vibes with you all. As you can see, today we are going to be doing a pick a deck reading that I have not done in so long, so I'm really excited to be back and doing this video while the kiddos are asleep. Also, I have a cat in the background and he is currently snoring, so you may hear that. And yes, I hope that everybody has been well. Again, I'm super excited to be back, and this message first and foremost serves to be timeless. I also set the intention that whoever is listening to this video right now is protected, is highly guarded and protected as they receive this message. This message is not geared towards any gender specifically. This is all about the energy. So everyone is welcome to listen and tune in, no matter where they are, no matter what time it is, and no matter when they need it the most. I hope that whoever is listening to this message right now feels like they are being spoken to, feels that this message is directly for them. I set the intention that whoever is listening and tuning into this message takes what is needed and discard what is not. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and allow you guys a moment to pick your deck. This is deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. Go ahead and choose your deck. Also remember to take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and I will see you at your timestamps. Okay, let's go ahead and move these to the side. I'm gonna set them on top of this pretty crystal here because why not? And here is your deck number 1. And we are going to be working from Tarot of the Divine. As you can see here, Tarot of the Divine, and let's go ahead and get started. So, also you guys may hear some noise in the background because I have my ice machine going. Third time's the charm here. Shout out to this candle that I absolutely love. Jupiter actually went direct, I believe, a few energy cycles ago. And I have been feeling the feels. I'll be doing a reading off of that as well. But anyways, yes, this is my Planetary Magic fixed candle for Jupiter, and it definitely is coming in handy. When I tell y'all the energy and the vibes are just lit, they are lit, honey. It came to serve. I really do appreciate the magic and the energy of that candle. As I allow myself to receive divine wisdom from different places and allow that to expand my consciousness and allow me to also use that wisdom in order to reshape and manifest my desired life. And I hope the same for you as well. Anywho, we are going to go ahead and continue on with the reading. And let's go ahead and get started. So with this deck, for my deck number 1s, for the people who chose deck number 1, for whatever reason, I don't know why I feel like this deck is going to bleed into, or this reading is going to bleed into the deck number 2. It feels like the start of something new. Like, it feels definitely like taking a few moments and taking like a few steps back to really analyze and revisit, or maybe you found yourself in that time of revisiting things, and now you're kind of seeing, you know, how things are playing out and what you want differently for yourself for whatever reason. I don't know why I cannot get myself to shuffle these cards correctly. It almost kind of feels like some of you guys are coming from spaces where you've tried something one way and it just simply wasn't working, and you had to take a few steps back. And a few steps back, by that I mean that some of you guys may have even taken days, months, weeks, or even years to reevaluate and to really dive into the things that you want and that you see for yourself. And really, it feels like some of you guys are in spaces where you've allowed yourself to, I don't know why the word succumb is coming through right now. Why is the word succumb coming through? Let me see something real quick. Succumb. Fail to resist pressure, temptation, or some other negative force. And it's almost kind of like, for whatever reason, that word succumb that came through, it was almost kind of like you guys have found yourselves in a space where you succumbed to these different things that kind of, I don't know why it's almost kind of like something was kind of pulling your attention, and you succumbed to the energy that stretched you beyond belief, or your mind may have been in different places, and in turn you weren't able to focus on the mission or whatever this thing is that you wanted. For whatever reason, succumb came through, and that's the message behind that. But as a result, I do feel, I just heard the words pulling back. Some of you guys are pulling your energy back in and allowing yourself to refocus, reorganize, revamp, and all these different elements and things that are that you've been thinking about. I also heard something about relationships, whether it be a relationship with a different person, or whether it be a relationship with yourself or this thing, something coming together, joining forces in order to allow this greater thing to work, if that makes sense. And I also just heard the words return to source. All of these things I'm getting, and I haven't even put your cards yet. That's interesting. Anyways, Spirit, what is it that you have for the people who chose deck number 1? Okay, there's our first card. King of Swords. It actually came out in reverse. We're going to leave it in reverse here. I just heard, oh, that's interesting. I just heard the word expansion with that. Because whenever the King of Swords shows up, the King of Swords is an energy that is a non-negotiable. It does not detour from anything. It stays, it is rooted, it is fixed. It's not, wow. It's not stagnant, but it is fixed. And in this sense, it's like, because the King of Swords is showing up in reverse here, this is like a change of mind. And sometimes when you allow yourself to change your mind, what you are allowing yourself to do is you're allowing yourself to expand beyond what you believe to be true. And this is you expanding your mind beyond logic and what you believed have the ability to be. For whatever reason, this is Spirit asking you to allow yourself to expand, allow yourself to be uprooted. I don't know why it's coming through that way, but it's almost kind of like allow yourself to be uprooted during this time, because for whatever reason, it's something that is definitely needed for you right now. Some of you guys are people who have very strong intellects. You have a very strong mind, a very strong will, and Spirit is asking you to allow yourself to look to wisdom in different places, because these wisdoms can help you obtain whatever this thing is. And Spirit is saying, don't succumb to your own need or to the temptation of you believing or falling back on what you know to be true, because it is because you deemed it to work time and time again. For whatever reason, Spirit is saying that this is not the only way that this thing works. Allow yourself to be open, because by you doing it, or by you only receiving this, or only wanting this, or only doing it this way, you are limiting yourself to the potential that, or to these different things that can come and add more value to your life, if that makes sense. That's what it feels like right now as I say that. You also got the Queen of Wands here. You got the Tower card. You have the 4 Wands in reverse. I just heard Spirit say that just because you see the Tower card here does not mean that it is not, that it's something that, it doesn't mean that it's something that is negative. The Tower card is all about surprises, and you understanding that in the midst of this surprise or whatever this thing is. And it's so funny because when I was shuffling, I did hear Spirit say, and to this deck specifically, be open to the element of surprise. And what's interesting is, because if I'm not mistaken, I had to go chasing a card with this deck, with deck number 1. Something, I didn't see what the card was, but I had to go chasing the card because the card flew off the altar, and it went and it flew on the floor. And it's kind of like it's like when you go looking for something, and then next thing you know, something pops out and surprises you. And it's like, wow, like I didn't expect to see that. That's what this kind of feels like. And it's so funny because literally, legit, I looked out the window and I just seen a flash of lightning. It comes in like a flash of lightning, and it's unexpected. And I just heard Spirit say that sometimes it knocks things over. Some of you guys are coming back from spaces where you were out of alignment, and now things are being slowly brought back into place. Some of you guys are returning home to yourself. Some of you guys are returning home to something. Whatever this home looked like for you, that is, Spirit says that for some of you, you're returning to that. And I just heard the words like there's this sense of vibrancy that some of you guys are tapping back into. I love this for you because also you have the Judgment card, the World card, and the Nine of Cups. It's really interesting that you guys got this pull, because with the Four of Wands in reverse here again, this makes me kind of feel like this is definitely like you returning home. There is something about the home space that's making me kind of feel like some of you guys, it's something about home that was like uprooted, or the foundation was knocked off, or something along those lines. But I also do feel that for some of you guys also, I wanted to almost kind of say that the Nine of Cups, for whatever reason, I'm seeing it in reverse, although it's not reversed here. It's actually upright. I think for whatever reason, some of you guys are in spaces where I just heard it was something about a shock to the system where you had to, in a sense, like reprioritize the way you showed up for yourself in this way. The message, for whatever reason, is now like moving from point to point to point to point. It's like bouncing back and forth for whatever reason, I feel like. Anyways, I do feel that for some of you guys, you may have been in situations where, or in this energy cycle, where you found yourself really contemplating and focusing on the things that were knocked over. Because remember when that came through earlier, when I said it's like something that comes through and then it just kind of knocks it over. It's like you're focusing, even though the Five of Cups is not here, that's what it feels like. It's like some of you guys are in situations where all you could see were the things that were knocked over, but you weren't paying attention to what was left. And for whatever reason, Spirit is saying that if you would have checked your peripheral vision, you would have seen something to your left side. There's something specifically about what's to your left. I don't know what it is. It could be an object. Whatever that, I don't know why for some of you guys, it's like look to your left, because what is to your left is a reminder of where you've been and also where you're going. And I don't know why, for whatever reason, this is very specific for a very specific group of people or person. Your guides will show up and you'll feel it on the left side. For whatever reason, that's what it's, and that's the energy I'm feeling. I'm feeling the energy on the left side. It's super interesting. And for whatever reason, now I'm seeing, I just heard the word porcupine, like porcupine. This animal looks harmless, but if you go pricking with it, those needles will stick straight up, and it's a sense of danger. For whatever reason, the porcupine is coming through. For whoever this is for, it could be a spirit animal. You may have asked the question, what is my animal spirit guide? For some of you guys, it is definitely a porcupine. Look up the symbolism of the porcupine. If that is something that you've been wanting to know, this could be what Spirit is guiding you to look up the symbolism of the porcupine. Anyways, going back to the message. My downloads have been violating, you guys. Anyways, so allow this experience to help you to be not only illuminated, but also to allow you, because think about, I don't know why Spirit is telling me to say this, but when you think about a tarot reading or like a reading in general, everything is going to lead you to your highest best, or it's supposed to. Or it's supposed to be something or a reading that allows you to tap into whatever element is prohibiting you from reaching this potential. Because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal for us to get to is a thriving life, and it's leading you to, or for it to lead you to balance, if that makes sense. So the messages may sound repetitive, but in this sense, for whatever reason, I'm kind of feeling like now will definitely be the time, before you decide that you want to move on to this next chapter in life, that you want to make sure that you are prioritizing your emotional health. It's so amazing because I just seen a flock of geese fly by. Or were they swans? look up the symbolism of a swan and look up the symbolism of geese. But I just seen them flying in a flock just now outside of my window. I'm in my living room right now in my dwelling space. So that's pretty interesting. You guys have been getting a lot of animals. So for some of you guys, your spirit animal might be a goose or it may be a swan. I also just heard the word pelican. So something about flying animals for you guys. Like birds. Look up the symbolism of birds. So anyways, going back to this, I do see a lot of you guys returning back to this space of vibrancy as you refocus your energy and attention on your spiritual hygiene and things that make you feel emotionally fulfilled, safe, secured. I also just heard Spirit say, allow the things that make you happy in a sense to also be the same things that bring you some form of enlightenment or illumination. I think for whatever reason, I'm seeing something, I'm just getting a vision of like a bright light for you guys. There's like this really bright light. And it's a very bright light, and it's almost kind of like when you go to like the gates of heaven per se. And I'm actually seeing that. I'm actually seeing like gates open, and then there's just like this light that's shining through. Like I don't see anything else. Like I don't see clouds or nothing. Just this really bright light. Gates are opening up, and it's like this camera or this view. It's like this perception that I'm at. It's like I'm moving in slow motion towards that light. That's really interesting, because I do feel that everything that has happened by far has been to allow you to tap into your own ability to enlighten yourself, as the way Spirit is saying it. It's like you've been enlightening yourself throughout this situation. For whatever reason, these messages are coming through and they're just like flippy floppy everywhere. So I kind of want to bring it back full circle here. So I feel like there's been this element of surprise, and this, whatever the surprise thing is, this shock to the system, or this shock is actually what's helping you fall back not only into alignment, but also is bringing you back home so that you can tap into, again, this sense of vibrancy, this sense of emotional fulfillment in this next chapter in your life. I do feel that for whatever reason, some of you guys are in spaces where you're allowing yourself to no longer actually succumb to the things that are pulling you away from this center space, from this core, from this heat. I do, for whatever reason, I'm getting a hint of cinnamon. You guys may want to make you some cinnamon tea, or maybe work with cinnamon. Cinnamon is very amazing as it pertains to working with sensuality, also with spirituality and things of that nature. Also, cinnamon helps to speed things up when you're doing your spells and your rituals, especially when it comes in terms of money and manifesting. You may want to work with cinnamon. That is something that is coming through right now. But again, remember to focus your attention on the things that are going to actually aid you on this emotionally healing journey that you're on right now. And remember to set your boundaries, because Spirit is saying with the Three of Swords here, you have to remember to set the boundaries and not allow anyone to make you feel any certain type of way. Because whenever the Three of Swords comes up, I hate to say it this way, but I'm going to say it is what it is. There are some things that are 100% your fault. There are some things that are 100% my fault, because we have to remember to set these boundaries. People will only do what you allow them to. So, and that's another story for like another time here, because that's going to bring me to purging and banishing, and I don't want to talk about that right now. But I do sense that some of you guys are definitely ready for this other chapter here. And I do think that there are also going to be some things that are going to happen by surprise. So be on the lookout for that. All right, turning the cards over here, we have toil and labor, we have change, and we have lovers. Oh my God. I think I mentioned that in the very beginning. I think I mentioned something about relationships or something like that. I believe that that's what it was. But anyway, so yeah, we have the lovers here, toil and labor, and change. I do feel like with these cards coming through, it's almost kind of like there was this space where everything felt like it was kind of falling apart. Things were like not as, they may not have been smooth, or things just felt like you were just kind of putting your energy into these things that were just really draining. And it's like when you're at this space, it's like, yo, like, I know that I feel like I have to be here, although I don't want to be, and it's draining my energy, and it's just simply not for me. I no longer want this, but I have to in order to keep my head afloat. That's what it felt like. And I do feel like that is something that is changing for you as you are ushered into this new this new way of life. This is a new way of life for you that's happening now. And with the Lovers card coming in, and it's so interesting because the Lovers card here actually has the two doves here, and these are definitely obviously two statues here. But I feel like with the Lovers card coming out, it's almost kind of like this energy where it's like something is joining, something is coming together, something again is falling into alignment, something is changing. You are leaving this one space and you are maneuvering into something else that is leading, that is more promising, more fulfilling, more safe, more secure. Whatever this thing is, some of you guys are finding yourselves at the very beginning of relationships, and some of you guys may have had a very bumpy start, but Spirit is saying not to worry. Things are 100% changing as you allow yourself to break free from muscle memory, from these old ideas of who you are and who you once were and things like that. Everything again that you believed at first has been challenged, and now things are changing. Allow these changes to happen, because again, it's what's going to help you raise your vibration, but not even just that, allow you to expand your consciousness, if that makes sense. That's what this feels like. And it's interesting because we have soulmates here, which I find highly ironic. That's funny, right? We have soulmates. And then we also have go the distance here. And I feel like this is definitely something or an energy where it's like, okay, I am willing to go the mile for you. I'm willing to go the mile for this. I'm willing to go the distance. I'm willing to put forth my energy, my time, my dedication, my devotion into this thing, because I know that this is something that is for me, and I'm not going to fall back into the belief. Again, there's the lightning. I'm not going to fall into the belief that it's something that is not for me. It's not what I deserve. It's about what it is my right to experience while I'm here in this dimension, while I'm here on the planet, while I'm here on Earth. That's what this kind of feels like. And I feel like whatever you are aligning with is something that is meant to go the distance. If you hear that in the background, that's thunder, and I just saw lightning. So I feel like this is something. It's so funny because I want to say don't be surprised, but it's like you're going to be surprised regardless. You see what I'm saying? I do feel that in the midst of change, Spirit is asking you to return to yourself and return to your power, return to your gifts, because your gifts is what's going to also help you to navigate this change as well. But this change does feel promising. It does feel like it allows you or grants you this chance to really dive deep into your emotional body. It does feel safe. All right, we do have the sun here, and we have voice. I like that. Sun, there's the heat. There's that heat. I love that. I don't know why with the sun card, I just literally heard electricity. Like I heard electricity with this. And then it's like voice. With these energies here, it almost kind of feels like, as it ties into this, it's again, when you're returning to this home space or returning back to yourself, you allow yourself, and when you return to the core of you, the voice, the things that you speak, your spoken intentions, the things that your affirmations are the light that attracts these different things to you. It's the electricity that lights up or that sparks these different things, and that's what also makes things fall into place. I don't know why I'm seeing this, but it's like when someone sings and then they're singing like in this certain pitch and it breaks the glass. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but it's like a voice so powerful that it can break glass, right? That's what this kind of feels like. It's like a voice so powerful that it draws in. It's the light that leads the things to you. You're using the power of your voice. You're using the power of spoken word. Spirit is saying that you may want to change the way you're saying things. You may want to change, change up your affirmations to where it sounds more positive, to where you're getting more of a positive effect. That way you're not focusing so much on the negative. I am not going to get stabbed tomorrow. Instead of saying that, you can say, I am highly guided, guarded, and protected as I maneuver and am ushered into tomorrow's amazing adventures. Something like that. I don't know. Just focus on the positives, right? right? So when you're saying your affirmations again, make it more, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you the way the message is coming across. It's like, allow yourself to change the way you're saying things so that you're focusing on the more positive aspect of it. That way your mind and that way your subconscious picks up on that, and then it starts to, you know, play out in your reality to where your conscious mind picks up on it. And next thing you know, you have a reality that is filled with these positive things that you spoke into motion. Okay? All right. And then it says Willow Spirit, flexibility, standing stones, passage. I love that. And then we also have Bear Spirit, healing. Of course, and for whatever reason, I do feel like this flexibility is bringing me back to the King of Swords in reverse here. It's like, allow your mind to be flexible, allow yourself to be flexible, and work with the energy that is there. Work with this other half, work with this other energy, because together you guys, or together you are stronger. I don't know why that's coming through that way. It's like, together y'all are stronger. I don't know why it's coming through like this way. But with this passage here, it's almost kind of like you're allowing yourself also to be open to new ways of healing. Be open to these different ways that healing can take place and that it does exist. This passageway is what's leading you to this other half. And before you get there, and when you're there, you can expect to be given healing in the most miraculous way possible. And it's not like you're being given healing by an entity outside of you. However, if you've been doing some form of ancestor work, or when you've been working closely with your guides or what have you, then I don't know why I'm hearing the word bestow. It's like they can bestow blessings upon you that can help you tap into this other form of healing. So with this reading here, I do feel like, to bring it around full circle, there are some surprises along the way. There is a sort of like some of you guys are going to be having these aha moments where it's like, oh my God, I finally realized this. And it's all really just to kind of lead you, not kind of, but it's there to lead you to this higher space of being. But also you're allowing yourself to become illuminated to receive the healing, and as it ushers you into this next chapter in your life. If you guys hear a door open, it's because my oldest is getting ready to come downstairs. I love you guys. Thank you guys for listening to this message, and I will see you in the next video. All right. If you chose deck number 2, here is your reading. Thank you so much for coming in and enjoying this space with me. Again, this message is timeless, and we are going to dive into the reading. Oh, this card wanted to come out. Okay, now for this reading specifically, it feels really exciting. Really exciting for whatever reason, right? Now, you guys already know the vibe that I carry is I'm not here to fluff up anything for anyone. I am not here to do any of that stuff. I am just simply going to give you the divinely guided message that Spirit is giving, because Spirit is always spiriting. Spirit is always giving, right? And it's just the gift that keeps on giving. And that's what it feels like for you guys. It's the gift that just keeps on giving. I don't know why I just heard the word roller coaster. Like, life has been such a roller coaster. You're ready to just kind of smooth sail. Some of you guys have been through... Woo! I just heard the word ricochet. I don't know why that word just came through. Like, things seem to constantly, like, ricochet. Like, you try one thing, and then it just, or I don't know why ricochet is coming through. It's like when you try to pour out something, you try to give something, but it comes back, but not in the way that you intended it to, if that makes sense. But now you're in a space in your life where it's like, you don't have to worry about these things ricocheting or coming back, or coming back in a way that is detrimental or not in alignment. You can expect these things now to come back, what Spirit is saying, tenfold, but better than what you even expected. I am hearing the word complacency. It's no longer about complacency here. Oh, wow. I don't know why Spirit just told me to bring that one out, but bring it back out upright. So one card decided not to show face yet, and the other came out. The fact that the 10 of coins, the 10 of pentacles, did come out in reverse, but Spirit said to flip it upright. So it almost kind of feels like whatever this financial drought was that you went through, or if you are going through a financial drought, you can expect that to be turned around very soon as tomorrow for some people. Take it as it resonates. Something, it feels very tangible. Oh, shoot. Okay, these cards are now coming out very quickly. Oh, my God. I know y'all saw that. I know you guys saw that. I know y'all did. That's interesting. Yeah, you guys got the Magician. Like I said, something is about to, something about to come in. Something is about to come in, honey, and it's going to come in. And you are going to be like, about time. Look! Yes! Look at that, the 10 of Wands in reverse. I love to see the 10 of Wands in reverse. The reason why I love to see the 10 of Wands in reverse is because, for one, it's like all that pressure and all that weight is like lifted. It's like you can move your shoulders around. You can move and be flexible, and it's like you're no longer in these spaces where you feel restricted. It's like you're coming out of these restrictions. I love that. Coming out of these, you know, allowing yourself to be free from burdens, like free from whatever these things are. It's like a release, like a breath of fresh air. I'm seeing a glass of lemonade with some mint and some good ice. Oh my goodness, that sounds so good right now. I just heard the words, thank your grandmother. That was very specific. It could be something about like your ancestors or this grandmother-like energy that was there for you in times of being lost. Or there was something that grandmama did that helped to bring you back, that helped you out of this situation. Grandma probably was the one, you know, helping you financially, or someone who's like a grandmother. Someone who took you in and gave you shelter when you didn't have anyone else to turn to. For whatever reason, Spirit is saying don't forget to thank that person, or don't forget to thank that energy. They may carry grandmother-like energy. It doesn't mean that they are literally like an older person who is a woman. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to be that specifically, but it's this older-like energy, no matter what age they are, that took you in, that helped you out to get to a certain point. Don't forget to thank them, Spirit is saying. Or some of you guys may want to talk to them. Spirit, is there anything else that you want to say about? Oh, yes. Okay, the full card here. We got the full card and the 9 of coins. What is Spirit, what are you saying here? Because we have 2 cards here that are like not showing face right now. Just because Spirit said, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. For some of you guys who are in spaces where you feel like you can't see yourself coming out of this financial hardship or this hardship, whatever it is, just because you cannot see the fact that, just because you cannot see the end result does not mean the end result is not there. It does not mean that all is doomed. It does not mean that this is the last thing or that this is it for you. There are things and forces outside of you that you may not have the ability to pick up on. And that's why it's important to call in not only protection for yourself, but also call in guidance through these unseen forces that you know are benevolent. This is why you call in higher wisdom, so that whatever it is that's around you is for your highest and your greatest good. You have the power to call those things in. As I look back down at the cards, I do feel that some of you guys are in spaces where you're finally understanding the truth of the matter. You're finally understanding. You're finally understanding something. There's something that you are finally getting. It's like you're getting the point to it all at this time. You're getting the point now. It's like, okay, I finally understand. Like, I finally get it. This message is so clear to me. This whole time I was thinking that I had to do this when all I needed to do was this. And now that I'm switching roles, I'm doing it this way now. It's like I'm finally in a space where I can calm myself down. I'm finally in a space where I'm no longer in survival mode. I'm finally in a space where I can sit and I can connect, and I can, you know, connect with my body, connect with the senses around me. I can really enjoy life and enjoy the rain, enjoy the thunder, the lightning, the whatever it is. It's like I can finally sit and really feel myself, feel my elements, connect with the elements. All of that I'm picking up with the nine of Pentacles here, or the Nine of Coins. It's like I'm connecting with that, and I can see beyond now. I can see it. It's like I can finally see, like, the vision. My baby's afraid. Hi, baby. Come here, babe. You okay? Come here. Oh, you're scared of the thunder. It's okay. It's okay, baby. My cat's afraid of thunder, you guys, so he comes out and he gets spooked. It's okay, baby. Oh, I love you. Okay, you're okay. He is so scared, you guys. He keeps, like, running. He wants to get under the couch, but I've got something right there. He can't get under there right now. But anyways, moving forward, I do feel like, moving back on track here. Yes, I do feel like a flock of birds, again, are coming. Something's happening here. The way they're flying, it's like, I think a storm is coming my way. Interesting. Okay, moving forward, my attention has been shit lately. Like, I'm normally good with my attention span, but, like, for whatever reason, recently, it ain't been that great. Okay, so anyways, moving forward and back into the message here, I do feel like you do have the Ten of Cups, and you also do have the Ten of Pentacles, which I find really interesting because you have two forms of security here. And I feel like I love to see these together, but as I love to see the Ten of Coins, because listen, I got a 9th house stellium in the sign of Capricorn. My rising is Taurus. I am full of earth. You know, I've got, in my chart, it's so interesting because I've got I'm not going to say what Chiron is, but my Virgo has a pretty interesting placement there. And I have a trine and earth in my own charts. So seeing the Ten of Coins and seeing something as everlasting as this really does make me feel like, okay, I love this because it's permanent. It's earth energy. You may be connected with someone who is an earth sign or is earth dominant or who's well put together, well maintained, and things of that nature. If you're calling in a partner, you may want to call in that. I don't know why I'm picking up on Capricorn vibes here, but this gives me Capricorn vibes. It just gives me earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but for whatever reason, Capricorn energy is standing out to me the most right now. You may be a Capricorn listening to this, or you may want to check out what Capricorn rules in your chart. Check out what's in your 10th house, perhaps. Anyways, you got two security cards here, and I absolutely love that. And you also got the 9 of Coins, which lets me know. Oh, and the 4 of Coins. I do feel like this is bringing me to some form of, like, investment, or it's bringing me to, I don't know why I'm hearing something about, like, a 401k or, like, some type of insurance money coming through somehow. Like insurance money or money from some type of, like, I don't know why I'm hearing, like, something about, like, assistance. There's some form of, like, investment money coming through or something that is inherited. Something is coming, and it's going to set your future up for the better. I just heard this lump sum of money is what you can use to invest. Spend it wisely. Yeah. Oh, look at that. You got the 6 of Cups here. And the 3 of Cups. I love that. For whatever reason, I feel like this card I can't remember if this card was in reverse or not, but whatever. We're going to leave it upright. So 3 of Cups and a 6 of Cups. I do feel like there's this reconnecting also with, I don't know why I'm hearing something about a family reunion. Like a family reunion is bringing me to this. Anyways, so with those 2 cards, with everything else, especially with the Fool card here, I do feel like this is definitely something that is, it gives me home vibes. Like, it gives me this vibe where it's like, I finally see what matters the most now. And what matters most to me is this. This is what my family looks like. This is what security looks like to me. This is what it truly is. I thought it was this way, but now I can see that it's truly this. Reconnecting with those parts of you that, I don't really want to say inner child, because it's like, that's so cliche, because it's not necessarily the inner child energy, but it's going back to the ways where things were together, where things were in harmony. That's what's being brought back into your reality right now. It's going back to those things that were working for you, that gave you a sense of hope, purpose, security. You're going back to those things. You're going back to the certain parts of yourself. You're letting go of whatever it is that is crowding your space, whether it be tangible things, whether it be things within you, whether it be people, whatever is crowding your space, those things are being cleared out. Whatever put weight and pressure on you to do things a certain way, or to just do things regardless, are being pushed out and lifted so that you can breathe again, so that you can move again, so you can dance again. And this is definitely a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful start. Okay, let's flip these over. Okay. You have courtship, you have mature woman, and you also have privileged lady. That is interesting, because there's a lot of feminine energy here. And I mean a lot of feminine energy. And there's the thunder. I feel like for some of you guys, again, this is bringing me to a partner that is like secure in some way. It's not that they're, okay, baby, I know. Oh. It's okay, sweetheart. My cat is like, he is not having it. Okay. He is so scared. He came to me as a stray like a while ago, and I guess the thunder keeps, like, it freaks him out for whatever reason. Okay, moving back on. For whatever reason, with this courtship card, this mature woman card, and with this privileged lady, it's almost kind of like this person or this energy just has it. And it's not necessarily the fact that they're privileged. It's more so the fact that they may seem privileged, but it's because they got to where they are by doing the work. They got to where they were by, they got to this level of success, not by ways of someone else. They did it themselves. They started it, right? This is the perfect person to court with. I don't know why that's coming through this way. It's like, that's the one you want to court with. You want to court with someone who's been there, who's done that, who can also help to guide you and give you and pour into you and also help you as well, if that makes sense. This mature woman, there may be someone around you who can give you also guidance as well. Make sure that you take what resonates and that you leave what does not. Don't feel like you have to receive their every word, or that you have to receive and accept everything that they say. You take what is meant for you and you leave what is not meant for you. That is what Spirit is saying. Because by taking on too many things, you can find yourself burdened again with all these different thoughts, ideas, and energies or whatever. You don't want to fall back into being weighted down to where you can't transform. Take what resonates and leave what does not from these people that are around you. Anyways, I want to kind of focus real quick on the Magician card here. With the Magician card coming out with this reading, I do feel that you guys have been working some type of magic. You guys have been doing some type of magical working, and I do feel that this is definitely a reminder that also, this is a reminder that you have all the tools that you need to be successful. Also, do not be afraid to open up and to allow someone to come in to help you if you need the help. But remember to have full faith and confidence in your ability to do the work in order to allow these things to be ushered into your life. Remember that the universe is co-responding to you, that whatever frequency that you are emitting, the universe is responding to that. And by the universe, I don't mean an external God. I don't mean anything outside of you per se, but I mean you in your highest form, right? Because there really is no separation when you think about it, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. But because however you are vibrating, that is what's going to be, in a sense, be attracted into your life. The law of correspondence. This energy corresponds and to this energy co-responds. It responds to co-create with you to form this reality that you want to see. So remember to keep yourself elevated, if that makes sense. Anyways, okay, moving forward. Okay, we have the observer here, and we also have building blocks. See, I love that. It's like watching out and making sure that the things that are being put in place are actually going to get you to this space of whatever it looks like. With building blocks here, I do see you coming together, forming a union with someone or people that are going to help you to build. This is something that is supposed to be permanent, sustainable, and perpetual. I don't know why I'm seeing like a garden, like some people coming together to form this type of garden that everybody can eat from. That's what this also feels like too with these building blocks, and also with the observer here, is that don't forget to look to the stars. For whatever reason, in this reading right now, the way that I feel is that with the observer, it's again, look to the stars and really pay close attention to the things that are around you, and pay attention to what you are building and who you're building with and what is being used to build this thing over time. Because these building blocks obviously are helping you are helping you to get to this other form of whatever, or this other space, if that makes sense. And I feel that when you are observing, also be very honest and truthful about what you want, where you're going, who you want to go with you, and you understanding the reality that not everybody can go with you. So Spirit is saying, don't fall into the habit of you trying to take everybody with you. You can't. Don't fall into the belief again that you can save everyone. You cannot. Remember that. And it's okay that you cannot. Connect with those energies that are going to add tranquility, peace, love, high vibrations into your life. That is what Spirit wants for you right now in this moment. And then we have Adams here. Adams. Wow, why did only one card? Oh, two cards came through. We have Adams and we have Earth here. For whatever reason, with these cards coming out with Adam and Earth, it's like everything together collectively makes up this thing, right? And with Adams here, it's like there's something being formed from these different things or these different elements. And with the Earth energy here, for whatever reason, it also says home. Oh my God, atoms. It says building. These different atoms, these atoms make up something. And then you have home, earth. Some of you guys are building a home from the ground up. Some of you guys are building something from the ground up. Spirit is saying, way to go. That is so awesome. And this building, it's interesting because you got building blocks and you got building atoms. Like... These bricks make up the house. These different elements make up this thing that you are forming. Everything that you are doing, everything that you're putting into this thing you'll see the outcome sooner than you think, or sooner than later. That is what's going to be manifested. But continue to do the work, continue to put these things in, and don't allow yourself to fall short of allowing yourself to receive the help that you may need during this time. Also, again, there's this emphasis on paying very close attention. There's something that's going to be manifested 100%. All right, you got B, prosperity. You also have Forest Temple, enlightenment. I love that for you guys. You have Mystic Meadow, sanctuary, and then you have Water Spirit, manifesting dreams. Like, I honestly cannot make this up at all. I do feel that you guys are coming together you guys, or this group of people, or this family dynamic, or whatever y'all have, or whatever this looks like for you, are coming together to build something monumental, sustainable, perpetual, permanent, all these different things, right? And I do feel that, again, allow yourself to do it in a way that is authentic to you, but also benefits the group, that allows you guys to come together in harmony. There's a harvest that you can expect. I do again see inheritances coming through, and this inheritance or this lump sum of whatever it is going to help you to invest in these these different things that are going to, again, manifest, but for good. This is not anything that is short-lived. This is everything. Again, this is earth energy. I keep picking up on earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. You may be someone who is an earth sign, or Spirit is asking you again to pay attention to the earth element. Work with the earth element here. Also, hoofed animals are coming through. You can research the symbolism of a hoofed animal. For you guys, your spirit animals may be hoofed animals, or may be a hoofed animal. For some of you, it may be a cow. For some of you, it may be bison. For some of you, it may be a giraffe. Something about that. Like, there's something about hoofed animals. For some of you, it may be a deer, it may be a buck, a moose, whatever, some form of hoofed animal. Spirit is saying to research that, to research the symbolism of that. But anyways, I love all of y'all 100%. I appreciate you guys for listening. And last message here is that I don't know why I want to go in again for whatever reason. Like, with this mystic metal, the sanctuary, the bee prosperity, the forest temple enlightenment, and with this water spirit manifesting dreams, this feels very magical. I feel like you guys, some of you guys are living a very spiritually aligned life, and the tangible assets that you guys are picking up on are going to help to enhance your spiritual practice. Not that you need anything, but because this is a unique experience to you here on earth, Spirit is saying don't be afraid to go invest in those crystals if you feel that that's what you want to do. I don't know why it's coming through this way, but you are definitely 100% building a sanctuary where people can come and dwell. You may be someone who's thinking about building a church. I don't know why that's coming through. The Hierophant isn't here, but the Hierophant's energy definitely is present for whatever reason. That's what I feel. I do feel the Hierophant's energy. You may be building a church. You may be building some type of oasis. I feel like I seen a garden earlier. And the thing about this sanctuary is that so many different forms of life can come and dwell here. This is harmony amongst everything, and how everything works together in order to keep things whole. There's so many different elements that go into this thing, that go into this mixing pot in order to make this specific outcome. Different ingredients, different spices all come together to form this one thing that is super unique. I'm seeing like a stew on a stove, or like a pot of stew, or like a pot of gumbo. Like, it's gumbo that's coming through. I don't know why. Something about New Orleans. Someone's ancestors from New Orleans is coming through here, and they're letting you know that they want gumbo as an offering. Make it spicy. I don't know why I'm hearing make it spicy. There's something about gumbo. There's something about hot sauce. And there's also whole cake breads, like whole cake bread. Y'all indigenous ancestors are coming through asking for this food. So y'all may want to go ahead and get that together. Whole cake bread, hot water cornbread, gumbo, like real southern food. Like, y'all ancestors are asking y'all to do that. It's something very specific to that. Also, specific regions in the south and the southeast have different ways of doing things. Like, in some parts you may have hot water cornbread, in some parts you may have sweet cornbread, and other parts you may have savory cornbread. Your ancestors are asking for those things specifically, but emphasis on gumbo and New Orleans. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you guys for coming to listen to me do this. I appreciate every single last one of y'all, and I will catch y'all in my next video. All right, if you chose deck number 3, here we go. I'm super excited to be giving you guys this reading. What is up? Okay, so you guys, let me just say something real quick. This deck, when I was shuffling, I kept feeling chaos. I kept feeling chaos, confusion, hesitation. I'm just not ready. I don't know. Cloudiness. You know, so many different things that I was feeling when I was shuffling this deck. And the funny thing about it is that, not the funny thing, but you know, you guys know what I mean. The cards, when I was shuffling, they kept falling and spilling over, which means that it was just, there's just so much energy, so much going on, so many things in these different places, and things are being let loose and not compartmentalized, like all these different things. And it's like, yo, like, it just felt chaotic. I'm going to be real with you. It felt very chaotic. It did not feel like things were together. It didn't. I don't hope that for you. That's just simply what's coming through right now. It's like something was going on. And as I say that, I have this feeling to scratch my head. That's super interesting. It's like some of you guys don't know where you're going. For whatever reason, I don't know why I feel like for this deck, Spirit keeps telling me that it wants to give you some type of wisdom to help you. I don't know why I'm seeing Two of Swords here, but all right, Spirit, I'm asking that you give us guidance and clarity on the things that we need to know for deck number 3. Yep. Spirit is saying that some of you guys need to take time to meditate. It's so interesting that right now, you guys, there's definitely an imbalance that's happening. I don't know why I just heard someone say, I just got kicked out of my apartment. Or that you feel homeless. There's a sense of homelessness here. And I don't know why it's coming through that way. You can't think clearly. You can't see clearly. Interesting, because the High Priestess is here in reverse. I just heard you say that you're losing sight of touch. Okay, this card wanted to jump out but not show face. Yeah, I feel for you guys 100%, because this feels, it just feels very overwhelming, and it just feels, it feels draining. Like I just feel drained. Even though the King of Pentacles is here, like I just feel like you've given so much of your energy to this thing, and it's like it just didn't stick. You have the 10 of Swords in reverse here, the 7 of Swords in reverse. You have the High Priestess in reverse. You have the Strength card in reverse. With those cards in particular in reverse here, this one didn't want to show face yet. It almost kind of gives me this sense that it's like, when is it going to end? Like, I'm so tired. Like, I don't know what to do to plan anymore. I don't know what to do. And it's so interesting because Spirit said earlier that it wanted to give you wisdom, and the Temperance card came out. Temperance is this card of Sagittarius. It's the card of the Sage. It's the card of the Guru. It's the card of balance. It's the card of wisdom. It is I like to call it the Buddha card. I have a deep connection to Buddha energy. I'm not here to talk about that over the internet because I know how people are, and I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not ready to receive any kind of backlash yet. But I feel like with the Temperance card, anyway, get back to the point. With the Temperance card coming out here, this is the wisdom that Spirit is giving you now. The wisdom that Spirit is giving you right now is to remember that there is always an opportunity for you to plan, although you cannot plan life. My mother once told me, she said, Cass, Cassandra, you cannot plan life, sweetie. You just have to kind of go with what the flow is. Me being an earth sign didn't want to hear it, but she told me the truth. Like, I cannot plan everything. There are some things that you plan. There are some things that you don't. There are some things that you are conscious of, and there are some things that you are not. There's, hi baby, you okay? Okay, he keeps, yeah. I'm talking about my cat, by the way, you guys, just so you guys know. Yeah, so basically, yeah, like you said, like, you can't plan life. There are some things you can plan, there are some things you cannot plan. But for whatever reason, Spirit is saying that with the String card also coming up reverse here, the wisdom that Spirit is giving you right now is that self-compassion will come a long way for you. Compassion is key for you right now. Compassion. That's something that is being overlooked or not. It's something that is being overlooked right now. Some of you guys are not giving yourselves enough grace. Some of you guys are not able feel that because you cannot plan, because you cannot make these things end, because you cannot yield your will and your power, you feel powerless. You feel like things are just not working out. You feel like you just can't do it. But Spirit is saying that it wants you to remember to have grace and compassion for yourself right now. Your divine feminine is suffering because you're not nurturing yourself. You're being very hard on yourself. Some things may have happened that you didn't plan on happening, and that's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Like, Spirit is saying that it is okay. Like, Spirit doesn't want me to be rough with this message for you, but for whatever reason, I feel the need to just say, you know what? Here's a hug if you need it. Some of you guys just need to talk. I don't know why I'm hearing, I just want to talk. Yeah, you got the Four of Wands in reverse here. Like, there's just some things that you feel are just not worth it anymore. You feel like it's not worth going back to. You feel like it's just not, I don't know why I get this sense of like, just, it's so chaotic, so you just want to escape. Like, I just don't want to be here. Like, I just feel like I'm drowning. Like, I just feel like I can't do it. Like, I feel like I'm drowning. I don't feel safe. I don't feel secure. There's some things that just have you like wondering and guessing, like, when is this going to end? Like, when is it going to change? When is it going to happen? Like, why do I feel like this won't get any better? I'm not getting any better. I don't feel any better. There's some people who may feel like they're sick. They feel sick. Their body is sick. But Spirit is saying, let's take this as an opportunity to change our view and perception, to say, instead of why won't this change for me? Or not even that, but like, yeah, like, why isn't it changing? Like, why can't it change? Why am I not doing any better? Like, why can't I get better? It's like, instead of looking from a place of disempowerment, use that same energy, not the same energy, but use those same questions and say, what can I do to make it better? Or change the question, what can I do to make it better? What can I do to keep myself from being this sick? What can I do to get myself feeling better? What can I do to change the circumstance of my situation? For whatever reason, Spirit is saying to ask for clarity, ask for understanding, ask for higher wisdom, ask for divine wisdom. And in the same space, remember to carry yourself with this sense of compassion and love that you may not be exuding right now during this time. That's a part of the wisdom that Spirit wanted to give you. The Knight of Coins, things in reverse here. It feels like some things are just, it feels like some things are being rushed. It feels like, yeah, you're losing your will to, someone is losing their will to fight. Like, someone is losing their will to keep going. Someone is losing their will to, they just feel so Spirit, I ask for protection over this person, whoever this person or these people are. I ask that you bestow your love, your grace, your compassion upon them, and that you allow a light to come to them that helps them to lead them out of this time right now. All I can do right now is send words of loving affirmations and not words of prayer, but intentions that whoever is listening to this right now feels held, and that they know that there is a space waiting for them, and that there are forces out there, energies out there, and that people are out there to help them throughout this journey right now if they do feel alone, Spirit. I ask that you send guidance, protection, clarity, love, compassion, high frequency, high vibrations to them so that they can bring themselves out of this situation. I ask that you send them help so that the help can help them get out of whatever the situation is, that they tap into their own wisdom right now and allow themselves to tap into their inner peace, to tap into their inner groove to help them throughout this time right now. Some of them feel as if they're being left behind, Spirit, and I ask that you please remind them that they are not left behind. Wow, what did I say earlier? I saw the Two of Swords. I said that. Look at the Two of Swords here, you guys. The Two of Swords is coming up in reverse right now. Two of Swords. I said that stuff earlier. I swear I did. I just heard Spirit say, take time for meditation, take time to retreat. You may want to talk to someone. Buddha came through earlier. Like the energy of Buddha came through earlier. And what I heard with that was, talk to Buddha. Buddha is the one that teaches you not how to turn the mind off, not how to quiet the mind per se, but how to sort through the noise and allow yourself to surrender to what is happening so that you are not caught in the whirlwind of it all. Stop trying to force yourself to think differently. Just allow yourself to sit. The same way a tree will sit in a hurricane, you sit in that. The same way a tree or a mountain will sit in chaos while the winds are whirling. Nothing is going to uproot a mountain. Let's just be real about that. Nothing is going to uproot a mountain. That is you practicing the element of earth. With this King of Pentacles coming through like this, this is very strong earth energy. This is Taurus energy. This is energy that is immovable. And remember in Avatar, The Last Airbender, when Aang, when Toph was basically teaching Aang how to earthbend, for whatever reason, that energy is coming through right now. It's like, remember how Toph was. Toph felt vibrations, and she saw not through her eyes, but through vibrations and through feeling and through tapping into the elements around her. But not even just that, she taught Aang how to earthbend by standing his ground and being rooted. This Spirit is saying, be like this mountain. This is the mountain is a representation of you being rooted in this moment and not allowing yourself to be caught into the whirlwind. And if you are caught in this whirlwind, allow yourself to be even grounded in that. Meaning that everything that is happening right now is happening to teach you how to master the self. And I'm getting chills as I say this. It's like, it's Kung Fu? I don't know why Kung Fu Panda's coming through now. To be so, Spirit is asking you to allow yourself to tap into your inner peace by just simply surrendering. But the only way you surrender is by releasing the attachment that you have to these things, or to this person, or to this idea. Is allow yourself to detach from that, because that is how you get to inner peace. You detach. It's not to say that you don't care, because detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means that although you do care, although you do love this person, you release this person knowing that when you release it, both of you guys can head right back to the stars in a way that is wise. That's a neighbor outside, by the way, you guys. If you guys heard that scream outside. The Spirit is asking you right now to tap into inner peace by knowing that right now you are in a prime space where you have the ability to transmute these different energies into energies that are favorable for you. You guys are, this group in particular is so highly fucking gifted, and Spirit is I'm cursing, but Spirit is saying to remember your power. There is so much power in surrendering. There is so much power in letting go. There is so much power in surrendering and breathing through the moment and sitting and meditating and saying, I am allowing myself to flow with this energy, because what is going to be what is, with or without my control. Spirit is asking you to just simply release the need to control. Release your need to control and sit with yourself to say, why do I feel the need to control this? I am scared. I am full of fear. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to turn. Release it. Breathe through it. Breathe. Just breathe. The number one thing that we forget to do sometimes when we're in fear and when we're in shock or in panic is we forget to breathe. Spirit is asking you to return to the breath. Spirit is the breath. Spirit is asking you to return to spirit. Return to the breath. Deep breathing. Eastern philosophy is coming through for you right now. Some of you guys may want to go on a journey to study Eastern philosophy, whether it be you literally going over there. I'm hearing the word Tibet. There's something about Tibet coming through. I'm going to say this. I heard it. It was a flash. Some of you guys are descendants of the Buddha, more than likely. Or there's some type of connection you have to the Buddha. I think you pronounce his name Gautama Buddha, I believe. Siddhartha Gautama Buddha, I believe. And remember, Spirit is also wanting to remind you that a Buddha, anybody can be a Buddha, but not everybody will be. Because not everybody's going to tap into this sense of peace and understanding and compassion and love. Not everybody's going to understand that, how to do that. Also, Spirit is reminding me Spirit is telling me to remind you, when you look at these shows where you have like Kung Fu Panda and these ascended masters and these masters that are just flowing with life and they're fighting and things of that nature, Spirit is reminding you that although violence is necessary, it's the energy you hold behind the hits that you're taking, the hits that you're giving. Are you being guided by vengeance? Are you being guided by anger, by lust, by passion, by whatever? Are you being led by that? Or are you allowing yourself to just simply be at peace and not attaching to anything, but allowing yourself to just simply move to create this thing in order to help yourself and others? Are you moving? How are you moving? From what space are you moving from? Check the energy. That is what Spirit is saying. And I haven't even gotten to your cards yet. Thief, despair, message of concern, 100%. This is how you feel right now. I just was saying that. Like, you feel robbed of joy. You feel robbed of life. You just feel robbed. Like, you feel like things are just falling apart. Like, you just feel so in so much despair right now. It's like, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe this happened to me. I feel concerned. Like, this message, it just feels like you're in a space where you just can't take it. It feels chaotic. It just feels like you're losing your sense of hope. And remember, it's not even about hope. It's just simply about the fact that you have the power to yield change. This is a pivotal moment in your life right now, whether it's you do or die type of situation. And Spirit is saying that even in the midst of that, do not forget the love, the loyal hearts, the fates. These are things that are happening that are out of your control. But draw wisdom from your heart space. Draw wisdom from compassion and love, and from you operating in that space the best that you possibly can. And if you can't right now, you know what? I feel you 100%. I do. I feel you, my love. I do. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and blame you. I'm not going to judge you. And I'm not going to tell you that you have to do this. But what I will say is that Spirit is asking you to remember that these are things that you simply cannot change because they are happening. However, you can change your reaction, and how you choose to see them is what can change. And when you decide to change that, that is where everything else turns around for you. Oh man. Fecundity, fecundity. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but it says rain here. Funny because it's raining right here, and then we have purity. We have ice. Okay, my kid just used the restroom and he flushed the toilet. We're just gonna wait for him to do his thing. We're just gonna wait for him to finish. I got kids. We're gonna get through this because my youngest is gonna be waking up anytime soon. So basically, yeah, we have rain and then we have ice, which is so interesting because of course I said earlier that we should be working with the earth element, which I do still feel, but also water's coming through. Water is coming through rain. Remember that the rain, that your rainy season right now, that rain is what's going to ensure that what you are trying to grow receives the nourishment. And I'm sorry, you guys, hang on 1 second. The rain that you are experiencing right now is actually what's going to provide the moisture and some of the nourishment needed for these things for whatever you want to manifest. Right now, you may feel like you are going through this rainy season in your life, this tumultuous season in your life right now. This rainy season that you're in right now is definitely meant to help you, obviously, to tap into your ability to become the alchemist. You asked for strength. You set your intention for strength, for wisdom, for these different things. And in this way, it manifested for you. These are things that are just simply playing out. But remember, life exists where it seems that there is none. Life exists where it seems or appears that it is too flooded. And I feel that this ice, this hardened surface, this hardened water, this hardened element here is simply there to preserve you. It may come off as, I don't know why Saturn's coming through, but it may come off as something coming off as like aloof and hard and cold. This hard and cold thing is actually simply here to bring about protection. I am so here for that for you right now. And it says purity, preserving the essence of who you truly are. Allowing your emotional body to remain intact. Wow. And then you have, whoa, wow, wow, wow. I love this. You have rainbow waterfall miracles. Look at that, you guys. Oh, I'm so happy that I saw that for you. You have fire spirit, energy. And then you have guardians of the land, protection. Like, wow, I love that 100%. You have spirit guides and ancestors, animal spirits all around you protecting you during this time right now. And remember that although you may not see it right now, it does not mean that it won't manifest. There's something happening for you right now. There's something very significant and spiritual and miraculous going on in your life right now. You are one of those people that experience hell, and then within a blink of an eye, it all changes for the better, and it remains that way. What you may be experiencing right now is hell. Hell is a permanent state of suffering. That's really what hell is. That's the truth about hell that they don't talk about is hell is just simply a perpetual state of suffering. That's really what it is. That is what it is. And that looks differently than everybody, for everybody. But this is the complete opposite of that. I just heard Spirit say heaven awaits. You just have to be able to tap into the guru within you. Your way to this miracle and this happiness or whatever is you tapping into the guru. You have to tap into the guru. Work with the great guru of the world. Work with that energy, work with that essence, and you will get to where you need to be. You already where you need to be right now in this moment. Seriously, you are. And then fire spirit, energy, electricity. I love that. The fire spirit here is your fire is reawakening. In order for you to get that, in order for you to get that fire going, it needs a charge. In order to get that electricity going, it needs a charge. You receive that charge through not only the foods you eat, but by you allowing yourself to go within and quiet your quiet your ego and allow yourself to meditate. Meditation is key for you right now. So the wisdom that spirit is giving you right now is to remember to meditate, to remember to eat the proper foods that you need in order to give you guys that, in order to give yourself that electrical surge of energy. And that although it seems like it's doom and gloom right now, that you are in the perfect spot because you are now being pushed, what it feels like, pushed into this space right now. Everything is being brought back into a balance, but you are bringing it to a balance by surrendering. That is your message. I love you guys, and I hope this message resonated. Remember to take what is necessary, take what resonates, and to leave what does not. Again, you guys can find me also on magicofeden.com, where I'm working my magic. Also, during this time, again, I will be working with the planetary magic fixed candle for Jupiter, and also my higher wisdom candle. Be sure to reserve your candles online, again, at magicofeden.com, and I will see you guys in my next video.